Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lemon Vendetta and a sketchbook tour. It might be a bit orange lighting. I might fix that in post, I don't know. But we are touring this one, which is not decorated by me, but by the store. Yeah, so I did manage to keep this sketchbook flat enough to keep this little thing being able to work. So yeah, okay, hold on, spoilers! So yeah, 17th sketchbook. This is the 17th sketchbook. I started it in November and finished it now in January. It's 20th of January today, which is when I finished this. And the first doodles here, Glace and Brian. I was making the Christmas competition video at the time. This is my friends taking over my sketchbook page. So we have one friend here and another friend here who made fan art of Jon Snow, and this is my friends OCs, yeah. So we have Grimsby taking over the page. You can find his channel here, and there's not much there now, but he might be more active later. Doodles, planning, just me thinking out loud. So we have Juniper in a bathtub. We saw this in the last sketchbook tour that I made. This was it. This was how far I'd gotten. This was not doodled on at the time. Now there's something here. Let's fucking go. And these are nobody. I think this is Juniper, but yeah. Whispering Death from How to Train Your Dragon. Me trying to real life study my sick table because I was sick for 7 days. Yeah, fucking hell. FNAF 2 spoilers. You've been warned. The puppet, because the puppet's crazy. We just watched FNAF 2. And yeah, I loved the intro to FNAF 2. FNAF 2 as a whole was amazing, and I was happy crying the whole movie. But especially in the intro. I was kicking my feet and screaming, dude. Dumb Ways to Die. One of my friends had a card game at a party with that. And then there's Glace. Me trying to draw a pose of someone playing guitar. OCs that I could have in the world of my friend that drew Jon Snow. So yeah, I'm trying to force my friend to do a lot of OC stuff. This is a password. That's why I'm holding my hand there. Anyway, that's Lauren, and this is of course Glace. More Glace. This is Glace evil era. I'm still trying to think if she's going to have that ice spike coming out of one of her eyes or not. We'll see about that. Lauren, never a frown. You know that knight ex-princess thing? Yeah, Lauren is a knight. Bendy and the Ink Machine, fan art. My friend that drew Jon Snow drew FNAF fan art as well. Glace and Juniper being their respective selves. I kind of really love this sketch of Glace because it's messy enough that I really like it. And I just drew over or painted over what was already there in pencil. Which is kind of nice for a change. This is my FNAF OC, Funtime Wolfie, or Honey, that I made long ago. That's more FNAF OC, Funtime Wolfie, again. Me being hyped for a Sister Location movie. I need that. Baby was in the FNAF 2 movie, what the fuck. Glace and Brian being young, cute siblings. Funtime Wolfie again, just a doodle. This is the fathers of Dominic, or parents of Dominic. Yeah, and because I know him, his name is Father Martin, and he's a priest in the main story, but he was a soldier before he met his husband, who I don't know who this guy is yet. But he's a priest, and he was a priest from the start. He did not have a soldier era like he did. And he became a priest after he died because of him. Yeah. Glace, study from the sketchbooks that this channel has made. I am forgetting the name. Moving on. Really cool poses and shit in those sketchbooks, of course. Doodles. I'm not even gonna. The Rise of Folia has officially gotten itself a logo, which is this. And here are Maria's and Dominic doodles. That's Dominic. I fucking love that guy. He's pointing at Maria's. And Maria's is so like, oh my god, you're embarrassing me. And Dominic's just being his little hyper self. You might recognize these characters. Moving on. That episode was crazy. That's Glaze and Lauren. And more Glaze. More Glaze. This is like before shit goes to hell. Yeah. They're just happy Yuri here. No doomed Yuri yet. Dominic studying. A little bit of a shark-themed little note here. And then there's Dominic again. Dominic and Maria's kissing. I have not drawn kissing in such a long time, and I need to like study this because like all of my characters are in relationships. Me experimenting with the name of Hope, if her name should be Nymeria or not, and me trying to draw like Game of Thrones fan art. It's supposed to be Daenerys Targaryen. And then there's Lauren and Glaze in a little bit of a trauma doodle. Let's fucking go. Juniper, Cedric, the trio. This is the downfall trio, guys, okay? That's Dominic, that's Abigail, and that's Maria's. And they two are in a relationship, and she's the third wheel, but she's kind of not. She's in a platonic relationship with both of them. Trust. The thumbnail sketching, and that's tricks. And then here's just me testing out some new watercolor pens that I got from my friend. That's Lauren, that's Hemmin. I think that's also Hemmin. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. And then here's some more stuff. Here's some more stuff. We're moving on. Ah, Glaze, more Glaze. Umori tape, yes. More Glaze, just all Glaze. Nova, that's Nova, guys. It's Nova. It's fucking Nova, dude. That's more Glaze. No way. No! See the improvement in just 3 sketches? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nova and Glaze. Ship? Ship? Dominic, Glaze. Thumbnail sketch. Dominic and Abigail. Let's see. Yes, this is the commander. She's never really had a design before this. Because these are the pages where I'm like sketching out assets for like a big The Rise of Folia video where I like explain all of these characters more in depth and their world and everything, so that we have it in one place and you can just kind of refer to that video whenever people are like wondering, oh, what's their relationship? What was happening with that character? Blah, blah, blah. So this is the commander. She's like 1 station above Lauren, and she's kind of a bitch. If you've ever heard the song Psycho from Muse, she's the one yelling in that song. Ah, it's Juniper! Okay, so this is my OC Juniper. He's a doof. He's a doof, right? He's a doof. And he has a lot of habits that are not good and that he needs to fix, but has issues fixing those habits. Right, so and then I kind of like doodled him here, and like always up to something is a quote from this song from Impala, Tame Impala, and I just drew Sashi down here because why not? Do you have to smoke in my face? They're saying, and that started something in me, okay? Because I've been struggling with Sashi's design for so long, and now I've just gone with her being like a galaxy being. So with that, I just kind of went wild here, because here we have like her and Juniper again, then we have Juniper with his other relationships, friends with benefits, all that jazz that he's had over the years, but this is the first serious one that he's had, the first like healthy serious one. Yeah, that's Hugo, a friend of Juniper's. There's them again. Every Christmas, I doodle something in my sketchbook, and this time it became Juniper and Sashi. And Sashi is like, Mom, Dad, this is my boyfriend! Because they were neighbors in the past, when they were little, and he comes from a very respectable family that has fallen apart. And he moved with his father away from the capital, where Sashi lives, and has been living this whole time. And now he's kind of back, and has chronically bags under his eyes, and shit went down, and they know that there's been some drama there. But they're also like, okay, damn, okay, he's back, he did some effort, tied up his hair, okay. I see you, but like, what the fuck, Sashi? What are you doing? You're getting a new project for yourself? Yeah. And then there's them again. Again, I was obsessed with them right now. Yeah, they're being cutie patootie, and Juniper has tattoos, and he's being so happy. Yeah. Here's Lauren. I was in church when I drew this. She's religious. I don't know if Christianity is a thing in my world, but she's religious, so I drew her. There's Sashi again with her bestie Hope. First sketch and final sketch. There's Sashi. I just have a headcanon that like Juniper, when he opens up to somebody, is like really, really clingy. So Sashi's just like, oh my god, Hope, your mom said what now? That's so bad. And Juniper's just there like, oh yeah, oh, your mom shouldn't have said that, what the fuck? And then he's just sleeping on Sashi's shoulder while Sashi is trying to be a good friend. And Hope is just so like, oh fuck this, I'm out of here, what the fuck, I'm third wheeling right now and I don't even want to. And then Sashi and Juniper again, they're munching on Juniper's ear because that's something that would happen. I don't fucking know what you're talking about. And then that's Sashi again. Some more thumbnail sketches. Okay, so in Juniper's world there's like an evil king, and I was just like, oh, how was that evil king when he was a prince, when he was a little boy? How was he? What did he look like then, you know? And then I tried to draw Junie and Sashi's like main hangout place. It's like a lake with a table and a tree and stuff. I need to draw backgrounds more, guys. guys! I need to draw more backgrounds. And then there's Juniper being clingy, and Sashi's like, can you stop hugging me 24/7? So yeah, that's, I need to make that canon. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a fellow page from Glace's world, not Juniper's world. Fellow is like a former cultist. He grew up in a cult, and is like trying to find his way out and trying to like live life as intended, a bit more free basically. And then he's like a cat person, so I wondered if he has like stripes on his skin or something, like if he comes from like a really cat-based bloodline or something. So yeah, just about a bunch of design things for him, and then him and his boyfriend AJ. AJ is the one that kind of introduces him to normal life, for real. Yeah. Then we have some doodles, that's Vienna. Christophorus, that's the little brother of Glace. He is saluting the commander, trust. Here we have Hammond, the father of Vienna. They're vampires. Here we have the downfall trio again. We have Abigail, Dominic, and Marius. This is a little bit of a comic page, because I was like, okay, I know why Juniper would like Sashi in a romantic sense, because Sashi is like really smart and like gets annoyed when Juniper is trying to be annoying, and kind of laughs sometimes, and kind of hates that they laugh from what Juniper is saying when he's being all doofy and stupid. But why the fuck would Sashi actually like Juniper and decide to go into a romantic relationship with this hobo, this homeless ass? Because he believes in her ideas. They want to secretly write a book, and they don't tell nobody about that until he just stumbles upon it, this whole wall of ideas and things that Sashi is making in their free time, and he like listens to it and listens to everything that she has to say, and then just kind of like, hey, I believe in your idea, it's pretty cool. This is like the first time she's ever opened up about it, so yeah, it's pretty nice. Here's Juniper working at McDonald's. I also have a headcanon that he works at every single fast food location that exists in like a week, and then he gets thrown out. So, like the whole, like the friend group of Sashi, Hope and Sashi and stuff, they all just like, oh, this guy's hopeless, dude. How does he even drive a car? And then they just suddenly see him at McDonald's. He doesn't say shit. He just appears with the uniform there and it's like, hey, what you want, guys? Ah. Yeah. So he's a him. Yeah. He can do that shit. Trust. This is Captain Avani. She was made way back when, dude. Like 2020. Me and my friend had like a Discord roleplay server where we roleplayed like a war prison and shit. And she was just a random character that I came up with on the spot for that roleplay. And she's so back. We're so back, dude. She was a general in like Glace and Lawrence and the commander's army and stuff. And then her mission succeeded, but she was captured and tortured in that war prison. And so this was her when she was in the military, and this is her in the war prison. She is completely fucked, and she also has lightning powers, which means that, like in my world, if you're born with powers, they're also tied to an emotion. So lightning is anxiety, which means that when she gets anxious, she can get like really trapped in that, and like her lightning powers just kind of strike out whenever they want to. So yeah, she kind of could. She She probably also has brain damage from that big fucking scar on her head. So she's really just cooked. She had a husband and children, so they're kind of never seeing their mother again, dude. This is Abigail again from the Downfall trio with her two souls, because she has two souls in her body that she can't control. This soul has opposite political opinions to her, because she's basically a fascist or a communist or whatever, and this soul is like with the resistance to that whole empire thing that she believes in and that Dominic, her friend, believes in. So yeah, she sometimes loses control and like this person takes over and leaks a lot of information to the resistance. And then this girlie over here is basically William Afton, and doesn't really show her face often, but when she does, this girl gets like blood hungry, bro, thirsty for blood. This is Glaze Doodle from work. May the stars shimmer upon your path of revenge. Yeah, she's a vengeance girly. We all know and love this. Just a bunch of doodles. Aha! I kind of want to call this trio here the Riot Trio. This is from Juniper's world. We have Hugo, that is like the boss of these two, basically, or like not the boss, but is the oldest one. And she's just vibing. She's being DJing at different parties and stuff. And then Trix comes along and it's like, hey, I made some new beats. You wanna listen to them? Are they good? You know, so yeah. So Trix is the main character in the trio, basically. We have Trix over here too. It's just a bunch of Trix. And then we have Olio, or Oliver. That is a owl beast person. It's kind of like Star Wars mechanics in Juniper's world. Like, there are like most humanoids with ears and stuff, and some humans like Trix, and some just creatures like Oliver and Sashi. Sashi is like a galaxy person. Like, her skin is the galaxy. Like, what the yeah. So this is Riot's trio. Yes. Me trying to make like a sign for Trix, because I really want Trix to be kind of like Echo, and like Echo's crew with the whole like, you know, that, yeah. This is just a bunch of logics and notes and shit from class. Here we go. This is a study from Pinterest. Sorry, I lied. Okay, lore. Lauren is like the right-hand woman to her commander, and she is like the teenager in her group that is the leader of the teenage group, basically. And then she also is like religious, as I said. So in that religion, you can go a route where you study to be like a knight, kind of like a Jedi Knight. And these two did that together. They like studied that religion, they became Jedi Knights together. And then she's like, dude, I gotta betray the rebellion and like kill everyone in both our crews because my father's dying and he needs funding. So yeah, so she's basically being a bitch for a little bit of a reason, but still we all want to see her dead. And yeah, Lauren is like, oh my god, I trusted your ass. We had a friendly rivalry going on. What the fuck? Why you, bro? And she's like, she kind of sensed it. That like, oh my god, she's going to do something stupid. And she just managed to like stop her. And like the pink here is supposed to be like their swords glowing. Yeah, there's more Johanna. Her name is Johanna. And there's them together. I'll take him! Not if I take him first. Yeah, they were girlies. Here's more Downfall trio. We have Dominic. These are from the same universe, by the way. This is the Rise of Philia. So we have Dominic, we have Marius, more Marius, Abigail over here. Marius and Abigail. Bro, I was like, damn, okay, because I feel like she's third wheeling, right? I feel like they two have like a romance together and then she's just there. And I'm like, okay, how do I make them feel like an actual trio? Well-rounded. Well, I explored their dynamic without Dominic. Like, what's their common interest and shit? And I kind of came to the conclusion, like, because Dominic had 1 year in the military and he got really far. But after that, so like he knows what he's sending his people out to do whenever he's sending people out to do shit. But then he mostly has these two doing dirty work. So like, he doesn't like to get his hands dirty, does he? No, he doesn't. I'm also kind of like, what if he has OCD, bro? What if Dominic has OCD? Especially like into him taking over the continent? Because it's a lot of stress taking over a continent, guys. So I'm thinking like, and he's not following his plan anymore because something went wrong in Morseland. So like he's years behind his plan, which he doesn't take well at all. So whenever he does get his hands dirty or has to like go and kill somebody or something, he might obsessively wash his hands like months afterwards, maybe? I know that that's not the only way OCD can manifest, just so you know, guys, like, but yeah, maybe that's a thing. Or maybe he's just very trigger happy when he gets to go on the field again and just kick his enemies in the ass because he's so tired of having to like sit there and risk Marius and Abigail all the time. But yeah, she's like his assassin, so she sneaks around and kills a lot of political figures that are against them, and then he's like military minister, so he goes around and leads the army and shit. So here we have Michael and Hope from like Sashi and Juniper, you know, that whole universe, the story. And then Michael was a stray dog. Okay, hold on. So Hope is from a rich family and her mother is the leader of her country. And then her mother went undercover in some off-the-grid location, city, fucked up city, and found this guy. And he needed a lot of help. He's half horse, by the way, and she's half lynx. Anyway, he needed a lot of help, so he basically got adopted out of sympathy. And he celebrated Christmas with them. So he baked a lot of good cookies. These are blueberry cookies, I think. No, fuck, not cookies. Muffin. Cupcakes! Yes, yes. And Hope is like, oh my god. Well, they do smell good, even though I'm jealous that my mother cares more about you than me. She has a dicey relationship with her mom. Anyway, and then here we have Raja Art. From the yeah, she's a queen. They're fucking queen. She's a queen. I fucking love her art and her and everything that she does and all her OCs. And I just kind of pasted this in here to give me inspiration, and it did inspire me. Like this thing and this thing, this would not have existed if I didn't paste that in there. But yeah, I think this was just to kind of boost me on / study it a little bit. Mostly just boost, honestly. Just to like make it a little bit more cozy in my sketchbook. I did the same with Aubrey, her birthday art, and then here too. And I would draw here, but then I just didn't. And then here's from the manga. Beautiful, beautiful. I kind of like this page. It brings me happiness to look at. Just brings me happiness. Me brainstorming werewolf glaze in the middle of the night. Because, like, she has a werewolf form. But I don't really know what to do with it yet. Or, like, I know what to do with the form, I just don't know what to do with the design. And, like, I need to practice on actually drawing those beast werewolves. Yeah. Downfall trio, Abigail, Marius, and Dominic, yet again. And then here we have the ladies that Marius loves. Okay, because Marius, at this point, is married to this girly. To this girly right here. And they have a child together called Feather. And yeah, they're vibing. And like, this girly, right now, because I don't really know who she is yet. But right now, I'm like, okay, she fucking, sometimes she hates Dominic. But she's also for the idea that, like, as long as Marius is happy, he can do whatever he wants with Dominic. As long as she doesn't have to. She sometimes, like, invites Dominic for dinner and stuff. To, like, because he's so fucking alone, dude. He's so alone. And he's such a doof. So she's like, oh my god, I take pity on this little dog, bro. No way. So yeah, that's it for now. And then I have to, like, think what's gonna happen later. Because I want people to, like, root for these two to come together. Or, like, they're really toxic, but, you know, yeah. They could be happy if Dominic just lets it happen. But then I don't want her to, like, be villainized and, like, stop them and shit. But then I don't really want her to, like, step over herself too and just be forgotten and shit. So we'll have to see if she's like, okay, you can be with him, but then we have to split up. Yup. But we'll still, like, take care of the child together. It's gonna be good. We're just platonic, not romantic anymore. Kind of like that. I don't know. I don't know how chill she is. I don't really know her yet. She's a good relationship with Feather, though. Oh! Okay, Game of Thrones spoilers. If you have not watched Game of Thrones and you don't want to watch it, or you want to watch it, then skip ahead to this timestamp. Okay, now as for you who have watched Game of Thrones, listen. Daenerys Targaryen, Drogon, fucking love Daenerys Targaryen so fucking much. I love her. Okay, and then here we have Jorah, me trying to draw an old guy. I kind of like him here. It kind of worked. And then he's saying, like, Khaleesi, this isn't you. Guess where we were, bro? Season 8. This isn't you, Khaleesi. The Westeros heir is destroying your ass. No way. Because she said, like, oh, because, okay, her whole goal is to not be a tyrant, and then she's becoming a tyrant immediately after placing her feet on Westerosi ground. So I'm just joking with the fact that, like, it's the heir that just makes her a tyrant. She just becomes more tyrant because of the heir on Westeros. Yeah. And then if Jorah was there the whole way, he would be like, Khaleesi, this isn't you. No! With his cozy voice. This is the series Jorah, by the way, not the books. We don't talk about the books. Jorah does not exist in the books. Trust. No. And then here, I made an AU, okay? Because season 8, what if the Winterfell failed? What if all her dragons died and Winterfell failed? And, like, it became a post-apocalyptic world and, like, Cersei needed to, like, fight off the fucking... Yeah. So, she's just watching her dragons die, her babies, everything amounts of power that she has is the dragons. And then she's like, oh my god. TV... Warning! And then she's, like, contemplating ending it all, bro. And then there's, like, Jon Snow being like, Daddy! And then Jorah being like, Khaleesi, no! And then they, like, come and comfort. That would be so cool! In a series like that. It'd be so amazing. It'd be, oh, I would love that. I would eat that up. Anyway. Here's some animatic thinking. Look back study. It's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful little manga. It's fantastic. I fucking love it. And then here we have a blue period study. Yeah, I was just feeling like studying that day. And then here are a series that me and my friends are gonna watch. Yup. Here's Juan as a young little boy. And Juan is the friend of Juniper. Friend with benefits. They were boyfriends. Ah! They were gay at this time. So, yeah. I watched Avatar 3, guys. It's so beautiful! And I love this meme, it's so fucking funny. You can pause and read, maybe. Or just go on Pinterest and search Avatar 3 and it might just come up. It's beautiful, I fucking love Avatar 3. Ah, I fucking love the Ash Lady. Ha ha. Lauren's mom. I've only drawn her 2 times. One time back in 2021 and one time just now. And I'm like, because, okay, guys, Lauren's mom is a big mystery to us all. Because she only has a dad, and then she moves away from the dad and her son, and just kind of lives there. But then I'm like, what happened to the mom? Why is the mom not there? Like, did she leave? Did she die? And it's so stereotypical if you don't know what to do with a parent that you just kill them. But that would give so much extra trauma to Lauren that she doesn't really need. Like, she has enough trauma. Like, she doesn't have to... she can't have that much trauma, you know? So... she kind of already has that much trauma, though. Like, she does not need more. So I'm just like, okay, what if Lauren's mom was from Eptir, which is a country that's been at war for a long time, and she was a war criminal, dude. Like, she actively went out of her way to be an absolute ass to every enemy that she had. Like, like, what if that's the case? What if she's, like, a war hero, but also just, like, tortured everything she came across? And, like, the father was like, what the fuck? You're not getting close to our daughter. What the fuck have you done? And then she's, like, taken up to court, and she's, like, killed. Executed. Yeah. So that's an idea I'm having for now. That's, like, the... what Lauren's mom was. Which makes it even cooler, because then the dad can be like, Lauren, are you sure you want to go to that military school? Just don't end up like your mother, okay? Remember your moral compass that I've taught you. You know, like... Okay. And then we have Abigail, again, from Downfall Trio. Here she's a bit younger, with her boyfriend, Sven, at the time. When they're like, oh, I think they might be like 18 or 20 here. And then here they're like 40 or 30 or something. And Do I Want to Know, the Arctic Monkeys song. And then we have Sven again and Abigail. Because they are on opposite sides of the political war at this time, guys. Opposite sides. He betrayed her side. And her friend Dominic fucking hates his guts, so he sends Abigail to kill him. If you want to see more about this, you can go to my Instagram. I have a post there about them, with more drawings and stuff too. Yeah. And then here you have some animatic stuff. Me thinking about Oasis. Oasis is Lauren's bestie. And I'm like, ooh, because, okay, Oasis, I've never really known what to do with him either. And then I heard a song from Kaiser's Orchestra, a Norwegian band, and it was just like, damn. And in the song, they're saying like, oh, you think you know what's going on? Because Oasis has seen a lot. First, he was forced on the battlefield together with his friends. He saw his best friend die. He saw his other friend get, like, abducted to a war prison. He got abducted to a war prison himself. And then he got out, because I didn't really know if he was going to survive the war prison, but if he survives, he meets Glaze outside of the prison, and they kind of, like, exchange a few looks, and then they part. Because it's very much like kill or be killed, survive, no matter what. After the prison breakout, the war prison breakout, and I was like, damn, how does his story end? Like, who is he? What's he doing? And then in the story about Glaze after the war prison, she gets kind of disrespected and fucked up because of the fact that she's a deserter. And Oasis is also a deserter when he's older. So I'm thinking like, damn, what if he gets the fate that Glaze is very scared of getting? Which is like, the government finds you, the police finds you, they find out you're a deserter, and you get executed for it. So this is why he's like, oh, you think you know what's going on? You think you know what we've been through? You think you know why we deserted? It's much worse out there than you think. The propaganda is like tricking your ass, you know? And they're fighting for the resistance, so like there's no good side here. People are even questioning if the resistance is like needed at all, or if Dominic's reign would be just fine. Like, yeah. Here we have some Rats fan art. I won't really show all of it. Here we have some Juniper, but it's kind of might be like triggering for some people. He's a kind of triggering guy, guys. Like, Juniper is just kind of. I think I might one day just post like a folder or scan of like triggering shit that I draw by my OCs to like Ko-Fi or something. I don't know. We'll see what I do about that. Yeah, animatic thinking. Here we have a completely new pair of people. Fuck me, dude. Okay. Yo, hang in there. Are you enjoying your sketchbook session while listening to my sketchbook tour in the background? Okay. Good. I hope you are. Yeah. Okay, so these people are the parents of Rythian and Fraser Legasov, which are people that are related to Blaze and Lauren in some way at some point. And I'm like, damn, because, okay, so what I know about these parents before I drew this page and stuff was the fact that, like, they're obsessed with the military and, like, sending all their kids into the military. And they just have that culture in their family, and they have, like, 5 to 7 kids. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, how did they meet? Why are they like this? And I'm thinking, like, okay, he was a, like, medical officer in the war, or like in the war between Eptir and Riale, which are like the countries that are at war before Dominic comes and tries to like fix the whole fucking continent. And then she gets hurt in that Eptir and Riale war, and he finds her and he like helps her get back to health. And here they are more grown, and they are parents together, and they moved to Morsglen, and then there's a new war, and then she's like, oh my god, you need to take revenge on these real people for like making your mother having to use a wheelchair a lot, and my hand to be constantly hurt forever. Yeah, you need to take revenge for me, kids, and stuff like that. Yeah, so she's like, okay, my kids will take revenge for me. And he's also kind of on that. Yeah, they kind of can't move on from this. And like how sick she can get. She's also an ice elemental, which means that like she's born with ice powers, but if she gets like down or depressed in some way, she can freeze over, and she's just not there, and her eyes are frozen over, so like you can't get any human contact with her. So yeah, maybe not use ice elementals in the war. Guys, looking at you, Glaze. Why the fuck did they use you? So yeah. So that's why, like, he is also like, my kids, you gotta go and kick some ass so that your mother can get healed from this bullshit. Which actually won't work, and they're just misdirecting shit. Here's some more animatic stuff between Juan and Juniper. That's Juniper. What the fuck? And then yeah, some more animatic stuff. And then we are done. Oh, here's the Legasov parent lore that I just talked about. And then here are some things. We have some stickers that I can use on a future sketchbook if I want to. And then we have some sheets that I could turn into stickers and draw something on. We have a Minecraft package thingy. We have 200 kroner, Norwegian money. Yeah, with fish on it. Then we have a sticker. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff in here. A lot of stuff. So yeah, that was this sketchbook. Thank you for coming to the sketchbook tour. Yeah, if you want to see more of these characters and stuff, then please subscribe. I will post a lot more sketchbook tours and probably sketchbook sessions in the future. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff that I want to experiment with when it comes to sketchbooks, actually. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please stick around. I have a lot more sketchbook tours and stuff to have in the background while you draw or do your projects or do homework. So yeah. Bye bye. Cass out.